Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into a vehicle that isn't just trying to compete with other pickups, it's trying to redefine what a pickup can be. Meet the 2026 Caterpillar pickup. Yeah, you heard that right. Caterpillar, the heavy machinery giant known for bulldozers and earth movers, has stepped into the consumer truck space. And if you're imagining something big, bold, and unapologetically powerful, you're absolutely on the right track. The first time you see this thing in person, it doesn't just stand out, it commands the space it's in. From the front, the Caterpillar pickup doesn't look like anything else on the road. The grille is massive, industrial in design, taking cues straight from construction machinery. Thick, vertical bars line the front like steel ribs, with the Cat emblem planted right in the center. The LED headlights are sleek but tough, sitting like narrowed eyes beneath a thick brow of metal. The daytime running lights trace along the edge, giving it a futuristic but aggressive glare. The hood is broad, wide, and sculpted with angular ridges that suggest power without needing to say it. Moving along the side, you really start to understand the scale of this machine. It's long, heavy, and utilitarian, but in a good way. Everything about it looks like it was built with a purpose, from the high wheel arches lined with heavy-duty plastic cladding to the thick tires that look more at home on a backhoe than a highway. The side mirrors are large and squared off, with built-in cameras that help with lane changing and towing. There's a set of integrated running boards that feel more like steel steps than car accessories, and the doors open with a deep, solid thunk. The body panels are relatively flat, but there's a strong beltline that reinforces the truck's grounded stance. The signature Caterpillar yellow is unmistakable, paired with matte black or gray accents that give it a no-nonsense, work-first appearance. At the rear, functionality takes center stage. The tailgate is wide and flat, with the word, Caterpillar, stamped directly into the metal, a subtle nod to the brand's construction heritage. The taillights are vertically stacked LEDs that wrap slightly around the bed, giving some modern flair without overdoing it. The bumper is thick, made of steel, with integrated towing hooks, rear sensors, and a built-in step that folds out from the center. There's also a reinforced trailer hitch, ready to pull heavy loads straight out of the yard or across state lines. The bed itself is deep and lined, with optional power outlets, tie-down rails, and a built-in compressor unit for powering tools or inflating tires out in the field. Stepping inside, the tone shifts, just slightly. The cabin is still rugged, but now you're greeted with a blend of worksite durability and modern convenience. The dash is clean but squared off, with exposed bolts and accents that remind you of roll cages or scaffolding. The digital instrument cluster is bright and functional, with real-time data on torque, load weight, terrain management, and even tire pressure. The infotainment system dominates the center, running on a 15-inch touchscreen that supports voice control, GPS, app integrations, and Caterpillar's proprietary fleet tracking system. Below that, tactile switches and metal toggles control climate, drive modes, locking diffs, and more. The seating is where Caterpillar really tries to merge comfort with function. Heavy-duty cloth or optional leather wraps over wide, supportive seats that are both heated and ventilated. The bolstering is firm, but not uncomfortable, designed for long hours behind the wheel or bouncing across uneven terrain. There's plenty of headroom and legroom, even in the rear. And if you go for the crew cab, backseat, passengers get nearly as much comfort as those up front. The center console is huge, big enough to store tools, a laptop, or even a hard hat. And yes, there's a built-in wireless charging pad, multiple USB and USB-C ports, and even a cooled compartment for drinks. Now let's talk performance, because this is where Caterpillar stops playing around. Under the hood, we're looking at a 6.7-liter turbocharged diesel engine, built more like something you'd expect in a semi than a pickup. It delivers an insane 500 horsepower and around 1,200 pound-feet of torque. That's not just impressive, it's borderline overkill, and it shows. Towing capacity, up to 25,000 pounds. Payload, you're looking at 7,500. This isn't a weekend warrior's truck, it's a mobile workhorse, designed to haul, climb, and crawl over anything in its path. The transmission is a heavy-duty 10-speed automatic, tuned for low-end torque and smooth power delivery. You get selectable drive modes, off-road, tow, haul, snow, and a custom mode for fine-tuning responsiveness. Full-time four-wheel drive comes standard, with electronically locking differentials front and rear. Ground clearance is massive, nearly 14 inches, thanks to a reinforced suspension system that mixes coil springs with adaptive air dampers. It's not just strong, it's smart, too. The adaptive system can lower the ride height for easier entry or raise it for difficult terrain, all controlled from the cabin or via the mobile app. Fuel economy. Let's be honest, it's not a Prius. City mileage is expected around 14 miles per gallon, highway might hit 18. If there's a hybrid version later down the line, expect that number to climb to 22 or maybe 24 combined, depending on the electric assist system. But no one's buying this thing for fuel savings, you're buying it for torque, durability, and dominance. When it comes to pricing, the Caterpillar pickup doesn't come cheap. Base models are expected to start around $65,000. But once you start adding features, larger wheels, advanced tech, premium audio, the off-road package, you're easily crossing the $80,000 mark. The top-tier, fully loaded version could sit close to $90,000 or more. And let's not forget, that's before dealer markups or accessories, which are going to be a thing if demand takes off. So who's this truck really for? Honestly, it's not for everyone. If you just want a commuter or a family hauler, this is overkill. But if you're someone who works in heavy-duty environments, owns a fleet, or just loves extreme off-roading and towing, this thing might be your new favorite tool. It also has huge appeal for overlanders, off-road enthusiasts, and people who like their trucks to be as rugged as their lifestyle. That said, Caterpillar might want to consider offering a more road-friendly trim, something lighter, with less emphasis on towing and more on comfort, to broaden the appeal. As we wrap things up, one thing's clear. The 2026 Caterpillar pickup isn't just another truck, it's a statement. It says you don't compromise on strength, you don't care about flash, and you're not afraid to drive something that looks like it came from a mining operation. Whether this concept becomes a reality or stays a prototype, it's already made an impact. Thanks for tuning into the channel. If you like this breakdown, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more deep dives, and drop a comment below. Would you drive a truck like this, or is Caterpillar better off sticking to bulldozers? Until next time, drive strong and stay sharp.